Alright guys, welcome to the Based or Cringe tier list Settlers League edition. We have run 14 different strats this league. Some of them are Atlas, most of them are Atlas. Actually 12 of them are Atlas strats and 2 of them are non-Atlas strats. And we're gonna put them in somewhat of an order. This will be a combination of my enjoyment and the diff per hour that I managed to extract with my characters, and kind of combining those two aspects of scoring. We'll go in chronological order, so the first strat I've done, then the second and the third, and so on. And my wonderful editor has put the diff per hour values on the thumbnails, which we never do on YouTube because, you know, your character might be different, your mileage may vary, blah, 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 but we have always a per map number at the end and a divine per hour. We put the divine per hour here so it's nice and visible, but it's not the only important number as always when it comes to these strats. So let's get started. You know what's guaranteed to be S tier? The sponsor of this video, boot.dev. You could learn backend development with boot.dev's online platform that's designed to teach you the fundamentals in a way that isn't boring, as it draws inspiration from game design. You're going to write a ton of code because getting your hands on the keyboard and shipping projects is the only way to really learn. If you're ever completely stuck or you just want to see how the instructor wrote the code, there are solutions available to every challenge on the site. You could also join their Discord and ask for assistance from fellow coders. They never want a student to feel like they've spent money on something that isn't helping them, so they offer a 30-day, no questions asked refund policy, and a free demo of every course and its interactive features. Click the link in the description and use my code Empyrean to get 25% off your first payment for boot.dev. That's 25% off your first month or your first year. Thanks to boot.dev for sponsoring this video. First one we have done was the all can go or almost all can go strat. This was really fun. So this was, you just go in the map, you pick up the shrines, you don't need a good character, you just go, loot some T17 maps. This was really fun. This almost gets an S tier for me, but I don't think it's quite S tier. I'll put it in A. It's a close. This was a really fun strat. The second strat we did was cheap ambush, and these carobs were already priced around T17 ambush strats, so it wasn't that great. It wasn't terrible, but I think this one gets a D or an E. You didn't have to roll the boxes, but it was pretty weak on T16, so I'll put it in D. This next one, however, this next one, guys, Expedition. The thumbnail says Expedition is Giga S tier, so where else am I gonna put this? I already know. This is still, Tujen is still my best friend, even though gambling with or haggling with Tujen actually pushed the divine per hour down to 19.5 because I was buying all sorts of gumball stuff. But I think if you just only run it with my data at that point of the league when I ran it, it was 24 div per hour just running it, and then with Tujen gambling it's probably like 22 if you want to efficiently gamble or haggle the Tujen currency. So this goes in the S tier for sure. This is really fun. Needs a strong character, or you have to read the downsides of the remnants, or you path around it if you don't want to do the big bomba, but this is what I've done. This is what we got, even without like a lucky drop, I think. Don't think we got any insane drop in this one. So this was just raw good currency. Next one was the Skittering Delirium farm, where I did like a lot of breaches in tropical islands, and this one was not great. This one, it took a long time to run, and for the amount of investment and the amount of time you spent in those maps, this was not a good result. If you have like an insane character and you can do it with 5 Deli Orbs at the same pace, it gets better, but with 3 Deli Orbs, it was not great. I'll put it in C. I think it was still better than the ambush, the early ambush that we ran. Gigantified Rogue Exiles. Now, this strat was actually pretty fun. It was a lot of gold. It was insane gold, but it's really rippy. And if you don't have a really tanky character, you're gonna die a lot, and that might be frustrating. I don't think this gets an S tier. I don't even know if it gets an A tier. It's somewhere between A and B. I think I'm putting it in B, actually. It was an okay strat. Not for everyone. Rolling div boxes. Now, this one alone, depending on how much you like rolling the boxes, this could be an instant S or an instant F for you, okay? It has insane potential for some giga card explosions, but I did not get any of those. And I mean, 50 maps, you can't really expect any of those. But it's a really cool and unique strat. And I think if I got lucky and I got a giant giga apothecary explosion or something like that, I would probably put it in S. But that's just kind of bias of getting lucky. It was nice to get the big brother stash explosion. That was cool. And I think it was fun to watch. The reception for this one has been really nice. But that's not, that's not what this is about. I think I'm putting this in A because of how much of a cool and unique strat this is. Somewhere between A and B, depending on luck, and S if you get like really lucky. I don't know. That's just, luck bias. But we'll put it in A. Next, Harbinger. Old reliable. Harbinger is good. You just farm, you pick up some chaos shards, sometimes you pick up fracturing shards, and if you farm a lot, you pick up a mirror or you pick up mirror shards. Really good. I think that goes in an A. Harbingers are cool. A lot of shard looting, but they all drop at the same spot, so they're easy to loot. I think it's a solid A tier strat, honestly. Next one. Our first T17 strat, where you farm thousands of maps in 50. It's crazy. It's a crazy amount of maps. But then you gotta do a lot of bulk selling with regexes and the service people, if that's what you want to do with your maps. Or you just farm them for your King's Marchers and you never have to worry about maps again. It was solid money, but most of the money is in those maps, which you gotta either extract via your town or via bulk selling. So I would put it on B because of the trading requirement if you want to realize all that money. It was fun. T17s, as long as you roll them to where your character can comfortably run them, are okay. And the money was good, but the trading, I think, puts it in B tier. Next one, Simulacrums. Now, Simulacrums were not fun. Simulacrums are boring as hell, but they are very consistent money, even without getting any voices, like a 3 passive or 1 passive. And if you run enough of them, you will get a 3 or 1 passive voices. And it's a lot of consistent gumball, essences, scarab, blah, blah, blah stuff, but they're not fun. They are not fun at all, and they were not good money. They're okay money with the opportunity to get something good. I think they're about in line with the strongbox strat for me. So I'm putting them here. They're a close E. They're somewhere between E and D. Actually, I'm putting them in E. Yeah, it is so boring still. All right, E is fine. Harvest crop rotation. Now this one is a brainy strat. Wait, 9 diff per hour? Wait, 9.7. What did I say? Did I write that down? No, I wrote 12. Oh no. The harvest diff per hour at the end was somewhat wrong because I priced the juice slightly lower because Wealthy Exile was pricing it based on chaos and you just want to sell it in divines, and I sold it for divines personally as well. So it's 70% of, I think, harvest money was from juice. So harvest is a brainy one. I feel like there's a lot of thinking that is involved in clicking the correct order of plants, but it's kind of a fun gamba strat. Like, you can get some insanely juicy yellow plots. It needs a strong character as well, but it's insane easy for trading. Like, once you're done, you liquidate 70% of your profits like instantly on the auction house. Like, juice sells instantly for divine, good rates, 12 diff per hour, kind of in line with Harby, I would say, both in money, but yeah, also easy trading. So I think because of the difficulty and because of the thinking of what to click, I'll put it in B, but it's a close A. If you like that stuff and you don't mind needing a strong character, then it might be A for you. But I'll put it in B, personally. Next one is div card farming, but without rolling boxes. This was terrible. This was absolutely terrible. We put in 4 of the plenty scarab, and or 5. Goddamn, this was just terrible. It did not feel good. We like almost lost money. This was bad. This was just bad. Even though it made more money than these strats, it's just bad. Don't do this. It's the doppelgangers. Don't do the doppelgangers, guys. It's just F, man. It's F. Next. Speaking of F, ultimatum. Our worst number result out of 14 different strats. It's also F. It was F last league and it was also F this league. One league will find the right way to run ultimatums. This was not it. I also got pretty unlucky with the amount of divine rolls. Maybe you need to run it with even more quant. It's just giga investment, and then we didn't get any high tier good reward type ones. We got a single of the highest tier and it was like dog shit. So this is F for me. And then ultimatum is also pretty rippy. So I mean, my build was decent. I think I only failed 1, and that was when I was still kind of learning of like what mods I can do. But goddamn, we made like no money with this. And I mean, 6 divinar is still some money, but like, you know, compared to some of these numbers, this is like crazy. Sorry, not quant, rarity. Not quant, rarity, yes. But let's follow up those 2 F tier ones with an absolute S tier strat. The stack deck farming. This didn't quite compete with like the top money one, but like, goddamn, it doesn't need a good character, or I don't think so. It like needs like a medium character, and you run the maps twice because you go back and do the rituals to res the Doedris mobs. It's a single scarab type. You just spam it in, you go in, and you come out with raw stack decks that are instantly liquidatable for divines. This is awesome. And then you can also check the ritual window. Maybe you get lucky. Maybe you get a +1 charge ring or whatever. This is just pure consistent money. No lucky drops or anything. And then you can gamble your stack decks after if you want to. And then, you know, this number might change. But that was a fun one. And finally, last but not least, definitely not least, Heist. Heist was actually fun. Setting it up is not fun, but it doesn't take long. It's like an hour or 2 or 3, maybe, if you're slow. But then you just like blast. If you make a character for this, this is S tier for sure. I got 12 div an hour without getting Simplex, without getting Focused Amulet, without getting a Helical Ring. I got none of the Giga Lucky drops. I got 2 Replica Alberons out of 576, which is nice on the unique front, but that's nothing compared to like getting a Simplex. If I get a Simplex, this number like doubles or triples, or depending on like where you get it. It's crazy money. You might not like Heist, you might not like opening doors, and then this is F, right? But if you get good gear for your rogues and you have a lot of job speed and level, they open those doors really fast. And if you have a nice fast movement speed character, you can run these in 1 minute or less. And yeah, Heist is a very, very surprise S tier for me this league. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And that's it. Those are the 14 strats that we've done this league. Next league, we'll do other ones. Maybe we'll rerun some of these. Maybe we'll try other ones. There is lots of different ways to farm in this game. And hopefully we showcased some of them decently. We tried Blight last league, by the way. Check out the last league's Base Store Cringe tier list. So I hope you enjoyed the Base Store Cringe stuff for this league. I had a lot of fun testing these strats, and hopefully there's some useful data in that. I am also told that some percentage of you are not yet subscribed to this channel. It doesn't really matter because YouTube recommends you my videos anyway, but it's 1 click, it's free. There will be more videos, Base Store Cringe and otherwise. So just click the button, and then this button maybe also, and then we ran out of buttons. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.